DOZHATOLDYA.COM.
I was made from them back blocks. I was made from them back blocks. I was made from them back blocks.
So special.
Four corners, the game's over, I forewarned ya. Rather move 360, sort of time warner. All seeing beyond being the human type. Made in his image, so I position life. Went to sleep in the dark, then I begin to write. Woke up as a god, so I'ma give him light. Most dudes just talk about the street life until your loved ones is lost over them 3 dice. Life's a gamble, scramble over them beans and rice. One of the few that say you seen life twice. Both sides of the brain, me my heartbeat twice. Both sides of my brain, me my heartbeat twice. I'm nice, dead or living, who say different. You say the grace of dead, I say you can lay with them. I see through your soul, I write beyond vision. People on the planets, I'm over your
It was like he was making mixtapes. This story is a whole nother story.
So that whole cream team, all them cats, they all was like a...
Yeah, it was like a group. When I was going to school, T-Rone and my brother was like the main rappers on their label.
Gotcha.
And like basically I went to school like on a promoter tip, like I promote for the label type thing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to break T-Rone, that fam, pretty much. And ever since then I've always had that persona of where I go and who I'm talking about matters. People want to know, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause hey man, I never heard this before, and I don't know where else I could get it.
Yeah.
Who else? I'm saying who else got it? And so then it was like my homeboys were selling CDs. So you know we came up knowing the same type of. I want to say that like it's not New York hustle, but it's the city hustle, so to speak.
But you know the South. Let me clarify something again. The South had a way more structure when it comes to being independent.
Yeah.
They've been doing it for so long. You go back, rap a lot, Swisher House, Swap House. You know what I'm saying? Swap House. You know what I'm saying? Like you can go back.
So I mean, I can't remember
They have more independent. It was more independent thinking. You know what I'm saying?
The first rapper name, he from Miami. I was one of the first rappers. It's from the '70s. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Basically, I just was saying that we were speaking on how heavy. Sometimes you can be heavy in the history in the city, or heavy, you know. But then still humble at the same time, and just like look. Like, you know, I ain't really trying to brag or nothing like that. Like, and I ain't saying that I put anybody on or whatever, but again, it's people like myself, it's people like you, a lot of people out here that are partly responsible for, I mean, they just took risk and built and a foundation, and they took part of the foundation of what's, you know, we know now as Duval, basically the Duval sound, the Duval, the drill Duval that is turned into. But we just listen to your music, man, and your music kind of is like,
nah, man,
you know, but it's still.
It's people here that speak the language. That's how
yeah, definitely. I like the way you said that. Like, definitely people everywhere that speak the language, and it's the internet now. So it's like, don't hold that shit, bro. Yeah. You got to let that shit.
Yeah, this is all a part of my. Like I said, I know we was talking about my walk through music and where I grew up in, you know, Duval or whatever. You know, it's a lot of, like I said, it's a lot of good energy that I absorbed from a lot of people around me. You know, God bless it that I had a chance to sit down and talk about managing Little Jug at one time. You know, and
yeah, rest in peace, Lil Jug.
When we met at an IHOP here in Jacksonville on like 103rd on the west side. He brought YK Osiris with him before YK Osiris was signed to anybody, or you know, and I think at the time, yeah, what's your nephew name? I think you got a nephew, man. Oh man, what's his name? Solo.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Solo introduced me. So I met Solo afterwards. So, this was before YK.
Don't worry about that, man.
Yeah, you know, I'm like knocking ashes all over the place.
Yeah, it's all good.
You know. Get to this, So I met
Solo.
Yeah, I met Solo afterwards, but I got introduced to YK. I said passing good energy through Lil Jug. So I wanted to sign Lil Jug first because he had a name. You know what I'm saying? My man had already was like, yo, you need to rock with him. Plus we was dealing with the Lil Boosie situation before he came home. We was riding on the faith of, you know, we was gonna, you know, be with Boosie when he came home, but Jug ended up connecting with him first, you know, connecting with him after us. So it was kind of like a full circle. So I was like, okay, well, he gonna step into the situation with Boosie. My brother know Boosie. It's gonna be like family, basically.
Yeah.
And I wanted to sign YK afterwards. I was like, I can't sign both of them because we ain't had bread like that.
Yeah,
you know
resources came.
Yeah, so we was like, we'll go with the person that got the buzz, help him get all the royalties. And we really started digging into like, cause he had music playing on DTLR radio, a lot of different places. So we was really gonna track down his music to try to help him get his mechanical royalties or just anything. If it was a commercial or radio, anything, we was gonna try to help him get his royalties, help him get his money, his rights to his music, find out
business together.
Yeah, pretty much. That's really what it came down to, cause he had a lot going on. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, kids and life and stuff like that. So, you know, it really wasn't like I wanted to manage. I just wanted to get him right and build a relationship with him. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, you know, he got killed or whatever. It was a sad moment for me because we were right after the show up here. You know, I just did the show up here, or YK was there. There was a lot of people there. So we was gearing up. He was, you know, doing shows with Boosie. We was gearing up. So Boosie was about to sign him, which I thought they was moving slow on that at the time. But so everything happened for a reason. Then, you know, again, YK, I reached out to YK afterwards and I was like, yo, send me some music or whatever. But I had a lot going on, so I really wasn't focused on knowing he was gonna blow like that, you know, and Solo had already stepped out the situation. So I was introduced through the whole situation because he was going to QC.
Right.
So he ended up not going to QC or whatever, and I don't even know how the Def Jam situation, you know, came to play. I just know that, you know, I kind of lost touch with him once his pops got involved and all this other stuff. So, but you're a cool dude, you know what I'm saying? We always been cool. Nigga just smile a lot, you know what I'm saying? He smile a lot, but he's cool dude, you know what I'm saying? Like the path he on right now is the path he's on. Like I was managing one of his friends, and you know she was on tour for a couple of days, but I thought that was a full circle situation. But I was like, you know. But I got a lot of good energy. That's the main thing that we want to go back to. What you asked me earlier, what I remember about Mob Boys. Was he always told me to pass good energy on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to always, because we was kind of flashy when we got here, you know what I'm saying? When we wanted everybody to know us. And the fact is, everybody don't have to know you in order for you to make moves or help people or do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't got to be the one up front. Anyway.
All the time, nah. And that's what we learned. Because sometimes when you put your face on something, people don't want to support you. Just not that they hate you. They just like, nigga, we ain't about to support you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hey man, that's game right there, man. Because
you know,
I've been doing that every project that my name ain't on, and I hate this too.
Yeah, it prosper.
It's out of there. Like it's a classic project.
Like I've been thinking like I've been in the city for a minute. I try to do a lot of things. And when I put my face on, it's like, cause people, cause they want the illusion. They don't want a real person. I be feeling like
right. And it's like sometimes you do too much. And it's like sometimes, man, I feel like if you gotta pick a gift to lean on.
Yeah.
For folks, like for me, it's like a Rolodex full of gifts. But let me just do this gift right now, or whatever, because if I do too much, everybody might kind of need, or say, you know, be a little hesitant on assisting what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Assisting me. So I kind of be selective with the way I present my gifts, and that's what I think that is. That's basically.
You touched on something, because presenting your gifts, it made me think about when your brother pulled up. He had pulled up to the club. He had pulled up to the club one day, and we was still getting Gold Rush together. And I remember thinking to myself, because he made a comment that made me realize, like, yeah, well, why am I doing that? He was like, oh, you doing this now? That's what he said. He's like, oh, you doing. He made it not downplaying it, but going, your mind is so much bigger than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, he told me on the phone. He's like, yeah, your mind is so much bigger than this. Why you doing this? You know what I'm saying? So
let's speak about let's still stay on your the rapper reality, right?
Yeah.
And the fact that you are older.
Yeah.
You've been doing it your whole life.
Yeah.
Been around it your whole life.
Yeah.
But you older in the game to where folks saying at one point you couldn't rap because you were this old. So to speak. That's what they said.
Yeah.
But the game evolved. But how do you feel about that, basically?
To be honest with you, I don't. This is something I love. So at the end of the day, I'm not jogging with a purpose of getting a deal. I'm jogging with a purpose of putting out good music. And it's a different age right now. It's the streaming age. So I can stream good records. I write good records at the end of the day. So, you know, it's not about getting a deal. It's just about streaming and building up this publishing company. We're the only genre that puts an age limit on what we do. When you got rock and roll and country and everybody else who they do their thing till they 90, 100. So why does hip hop have to have a cutoff or a cap? Like, we don't have to have a cutoff or a cap, because those same people I mentioned earlier, Cool Herc, Grandmaster Flash, Grandmaster Caz, you know, Melly Mel, all these people, you know what I'm saying, are still doing hip hop. They're the pioneers.
So you're saying that they shouldn't drop anything new?
I think they should
exercise. I mean, that's what I'm not saying but that's what I'm saying. That's basically what is being asked.
Because it's being brainwashed that this is a young man's game, and at one point we were all young men. So those same young men that you want to hand the game off to, they're going to become our age one day. So are you going to stop them from doing their craft as well, or should you see what I'm saying? Like, if we're gonna, it's not a young man's game. It's an everybody's game.
Some people got it, but at the same some people got it, and some people don't got it.
Because everybody want to rap,
right?
You know what I'm saying? But everybody's not an artist. That makes sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you can rap your ass off. That's cool. That's great. But can you write records that are actually gonna impact people? You know what I'm saying? Like, and do you stand out at the end of the day? Like, you sound like everybody else. Like, what are you bringing to the table? How authentic is your story? Because, like I told you earlier, everybody wants that illusion. Like, they don't want a regular person. Like, they don't want a regular person. They want the nigga. They want Al Pacino.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They don't want the nigga that said that. Okay, what if I was in the streets and
they want Al Pacino? They want Scarface.
That's all they want. They don't want a regular nigga. So, at the end of the day, I've been blessed to be regular. If that's, you know, and do all this a green. To have a green life, you know, the white picket fence life, and to know the grimy side of Duval.
Yeah, because I can't call your life green.
You know what I'm saying? And to know the grimy side. So
I'm thankful that at all.
I'm thankful that I was put in so many different situations that allow me to be a chameleon and absorb those situations versus becoming like that. Like, I'm still myself.
Yeah, I like that play on words.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I absorbed the situation. I never had to act or be different, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether I was around the mayor or a politician, or I was in the strip club with the strippers and the dope boys, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever.
And so that's why people come to you, basically, as far as now at this point, as far as to lead with their music or to
advice now,
pretty much manage their situation.
We've been a part of some good situations that we thought were going to transpire into something, but again, you know.
But now you rather concentrate on
me.
Because, I mean, to be honest, I'm just speaking about what I know.
Yeah.
why not bet on yourself? Like basically, it's like you feel like, why am I not betting on myself? As far as if I could bet on everybody else, and you could just do a side bet on yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you not side betting on yourself, every artist that I've ever worked with, man, to me, and this is gonna be the first time I actually said this on the podcast. You know what I'm saying, on this podcast.
Yeah.
I feel like every artist I've ever worked with, they've either quit or they passed away. And for the ones that are alive, if they decided to not rap, like basically the fact that they're not rapping, if they like, I don't understand it, because I feel like you just kind of wasted the resources that were used on you. And then it's like, but it's like you don't even have to rap at this point for the #1 spot. But everybody's kind of brainwashing and thinking that's what it is. But like you said, there's an audience for every artist.
Yeah.
And there's still like a level playing field on the internet now because of the presentation and how the presentation is made. You liable to drop something, bro, and you right. Sometimes you ain't gotta put, no saying, like you could do the cover, or you could the wife. I ain't gonna say that, but certain folks, they'll just marshmallow or whatever, do they put a whole, you know what I'm saying, hide their reality, basically.
Yeah.
Is the best way they can.
Yeah.
And then they get to the point to where, I'm saying, the DJs that are able to stand behind just the name and the art form, anybody basically could be the representative of that music once that music is out there and living. But again, if you're not even putting the music out and to live,
that was one of my mistakes, to be honest with you. Like doing music and holding on to it and not putting it out, you know what I'm saying? And actually watching, cause you watch a lot of artists around, you go, nigga, you ain't really living that life. That's what you told me.
Yeah.
Now I know your life. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't really living that life. You know?
So you can't say that.
But they say it anyway. You know
Right.
So
but that's what they were saying though. They were saying to you, but then the other folks, they was listening to that and they knew that.
I sat on a lot of the authenticity that I was writing. You know what I'm saying? I sat on it, so I was like, let me stop sitting on this authenticity. Because people see me, because it's easy for Clark Kent to put the specs on and be Clark Kent.
Yeah.
You know, go do the daily news, but then he got to come out there and be Superman. And people don't see everything that Superman does because it ain't all good. Superman you got to get his cape dirty sometimes.
So, rapping or artist development, well, which one do you feel like you're best at?
I'm best at both of them. Because I give, through experience, I give the life skills that these artists need, that we've dealt with, you know what I'm saying, that they need it. Because a lot of them don't know basic life skills. They don't know how to take care of themselves in real life. So you rapping about all this dumb shit that you rapping about, but you can't even take care of yourself in real life. So how you need this kingpin?
Yeah, right. How you have a kingpin life, like?
But you can't take care of yourself.
How does it match up?
Yeah.
How does it add up?
And then I go, don't look at my life like I made a lot of mistakes. That's what I'm telling you. Don't make the same mistakes that I made. You can't say, you never experienced it. I have experienced it, if I'm telling you.
And the experience I have, man, I don't know. I would like basically, but the experience that I have is it's different. The advice is different from who it comes from sometimes.
It is.
And but now you spoke on the artist development, but on the rapping tip, I'm just gonna say it. I mean, you gonna get compared to Jay-Z.
I've been compared to. I think that's.
So it's
I think that's great. I think it's great, but I've been compared to AZ. I've been compared to Nas. I've been compared to a lot of people. But you know what? Jay is kind of like, okay, now at this point in my life, I'm like, I'm older.
From what I heard, I'm like, and I mean, I'm a Jay-Z fan, so it's like, I ain't I don't even want to even say that, like, because folks like to feel how they feel, but I mean that's how the music sound. Like that's the integrity of the music.
I just tell people all the time, bro. If you this focused, they will compare you to Jay. I said they could compare me to anybody and compare me to me, but one thing's for sure, pair me with the unseen. I've been stacking bundles. I've been Far Rock Queens. I've been Harlem Fly on any scene. See what I'm saying?
You talking that talk, see? Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I tell them, like, this is me, you know? It's me.
I definitely,
We different. Plus, he a billionaire. And you know, I'm not a billionaire, you know? So we're not the same. You know, he got a little help along the way. You know, I can't knock the different paths.
Hey, so, all right, so we ain't gonna get too crazy tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? But because this is a great interview, but I also want to ask you to put you on the spot a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And ask you about a couple of artists or it's a little segment that I like to call this, that, or the other. All right? And so the other gonna be whatever we want to drink for the day. You know what I'm saying? You want to drink the rest of that? Just a few shots of that? You got Dozha
and some Don Julio.
Some Don Julio.
I'm gonna rock with this Don Julio, man.
You know what I'm saying? You know,
let's do this Blanco.
And we ain't really got that much time.
You know,
so
still got that green.
Yeah, we ain't got that much time, but you know, now's the part of the interview where I want you to relax, but you know, loosen up a little bit.
Yeah. Appreciate you having me too, man. You know, definitely.
Yeah, man. It's I mean, I'm just getting mine ready. You just pour your little something in there, and you're just gonna take sips or whatever. When
Don Julio,
you know,
right? Yeah.
We just sip it, whatever. Ain't necessarily a shot. We ain't gonna take shots. But you just take your sips and hold it down. You ain't got to take it right now. You know what I'm saying? Don't take it right now.
Gotcha.
So it's gonna be like simple questions like brother or sister.
Yeah.
Choose one of. If you choose both or choose none of what I'm asking you, we both gonna take a little sip of our drink.
All right.
But you know, brother or sister.
Brother or sister. I would definitely want to bring my sister back, man. So, yeah.
Sister.
Yeah, I want to bring her back. She's
bros or hoes? Bros or hoes?
Bros or hoes?
Bros.
Yeah, she was my bro.
White or dog?
White or dog liquor?
I mean, I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm just gonna say white or dog. We can talk about meat. We can talk about
white or dog.
White or dog, man. I mean, you just say Don Julio, so but I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it at that.
I like Don Julio. I'm a tequila.
See, I will give you some easy ones. I'm saying strip club or lounge.
Strip club. That's my background, you know. Strip club. Yeah, I feel at home in a strip club.
So when you came to Jacksonville, you just take me to the strip club.
Nah, you know, like I said, it was a celebration. But I thought, you know, I had been to strip clubs, but not to the extent. It was more like this reminded me of Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? So when I got here, the women are different. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just different. From the grimy strip club to, you know, it's a different atmosphere, man. You know, it's like a show. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. New York or Florida? I have to remix them a little bit, whatever. I have to remix them a little bit.
I'm gonna be real with you, man. I'm always pick home. You know what I'm saying?
New York, I mean.
But Florida is New York to me.
So we taking a swig?
Yeah, we're gonna take a swig, man. Cause I love Duval too.
Like I said, man, you know, you take the small, you know, take a swig
Go ahead
or whatever.
Let me get another one of my Julio's.
So you know, because I'm gonna ask you the easy ones anyway,
seriously,
like because you went to naming so many names. I wasn't even all the way ready for you. See, I should have been way ready. So I'm gonna just Jay-Z or Nas.
Be real. Nah, I'm gonna be real with you. Nas. I'm gonna say Nas because
see, I went to grab him a drink.
Nah,
to be real with you.
Nah, I'm gonna be real with you because when I was coming up, Illmatic, we had bought Illmatic. My boy bought Illmatic to school. You know what I'm saying? And I had Illmatic at the crib. I wanted to make sure we had 2 tapes because that's all we listened to. You know what I'm saying? Like we rolled our blunts to Illmatic. Like my whole high school was like I had everybody at the crib, and that's when I was real like dabbling into my own, come into my own. You know what I'm saying? As far as like learning about the streets.
Yeah.
Like really. Like
that was like the soundtrack to
yeah, to everything. Yeah, because nobody, like I said, I was learning through a friend of mine. You know what I'm saying? Who was teaching me how to hustle. He was like, look, this is a pound of weed. You know what I'm saying? This is a scale, like class. So I was listening to Illmatic through that phase of my life. You know what I'm saying?
Bootleg or the real thing? Or the so-called real thing?
I ain't gonna front, man. Bootleg man, I keep bootleg man paid.
And I mean, we talk about the movies or whatever.
Bootleg man used to come through, so I had, you know, just come right to the barbershop in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the plug, man. We had
bootleg man.
The bootleg man. I've been the
real
bootleg
thing.
man.
We had a real thing before it even come out. Yeah.
Clue. Who I got to match Clue up to though?
Oh wow.
Clue or Flex?
Clue or Flex? That's easy.
Yeah, I know. No. Clue or Envy? That's what I gotta say.
Oh wow.
Mixtapes.
Wow.
Clue or Envy?
I'm going to take a drink on that, bro. I'm like, yeah, let me go ahead.
Yeah, I'll sweat the rest of it.
Yeah, I like both of them. So yeah.
Clue tapes, man, reached all the way down here, man. DJ Envy tapes reached all the way down here.
You know, only reason why, you know, and I'm gonna tell you, Clue's played a big part in my cousin's career. You know what I'm saying? Put my cousin out there, so that's why I got a lot of respect for him.
Shout out to both those guys.
Yeah, shout out to Clue and Envy.
Mixtapes or albums?
Honestly, if we had a run like the mixtapes. The mixtape era, I think, you know, I think mixtapes are.
You say the mixtape era?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta get.
More people need to focus on putting out more mixtapes because sometimes putting out an album is not the best option.
Right, and sometimes some of these folks ain't really ready for the album phase.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, test the water.
And basically, a lot of folks forgot the value in the mixtape phase on how Lil Wayne rapped himself out of basically mediocrity or whatever, or just rapped himself to a certain level just by doing mixtapes.
Yeah, great run.
And jumping to the game, or 50 Cent just running into, you know what I'm saying?
Great run too. Him, Jeezy, great run. You know what I'm saying? Real great run. T.I. had a great run. You know, mixtapes. I just think like now it's needed to go back to that. The basic stuff.
Versus battle, or this, that, or the other.
Go ahead.
T.I., 50 Cent. T.I.
Yeah.
Catalog.
He got a long catalog. He got an extensive catalog. He got some hits. Like he got a lot of joints I like. You know what I'm saying? Like I never had. A lot of people think I got an issue with this guy, right? So I don't have an issue with him. I like him.
Shout out to that.
Yeah, I like him.
Let's see, man. Let's see. The catalog wasn't really all the way ready, but I'm gonna go to another level. BM or wife? Or are we taking another sip?
Well, due to the fact that I'm not married anymore, So you know what I'm saying? I can't say that. Wife, but
baby mama or wife. I mean, take it as the title, however.
Baby mama right now.
Baby mama.
The mood I'm in right now is baby mama.
Baby mama.
You know what's funny is too? Like a lot of people don't double back on their baby mamas. I be like, yeah.
Baby mama.
Yeah, definitely.
See that? But
I don't have to be
I tried to get you that one. I tried to get you with that one.
I don't have to be attached to it. We already got one already. So
really.
In and out.
Alright, ass or tits?
This man.
Oh, we taking a sip. Cannot answer the question.
Ass or titties?
It's easy. It's a guy question. It's easy.
I'm gonna take
but
a
at the
sip.
same time,
I like ass and titties.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna take a sip of that. Yeah.
I definitely would drink to that, my brother.
Oh man.
Yeah, man. I'm saying.
Dozha got me here going in.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay. Tupac or Big?
Oh wow. Oh wow. I'm gonna take this sip because for the culture of hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
All right. I only really got like. I think I could get one more.
All right.
Let me try to think this up.
Dozha got me on the Don Julio.
On Don Julio, man.
Yeah, man.
That is that, you know, just trying to have a little fun, man. Just mix it up a little bit. Just mix it up a little bit.
I told myself I was gonna come outside. You know?
Yeah.
So
you outside now.
I'm starting
This is reality,
yeah,
man.
I'm starting the
This is reality. So you know, we got to live a little bit, but we still gonna live responsibly.
Yeah, at reality is what YouTube. At reality is rich on Instagram. You know.
Yeah, y'all see, I got it pulled up, but we still good.
Yeah.
All around, man. So I want to listen to some more of your music, man. I can't wait till you come out with this album.
I'm working on it simultaneously. I'm working on two projects right now because I want to complete.
I thought I had one more of this, that, and the other, but I'll move on because I want to talk about your top fives, man.
Oh wow!
I want to talk about give me top 5 rappers.
Top 5 rappers.
And you can name them in order. You can not name them in order. If you can't name top 5 or 5 rappers that you like, you can just take another sip.
DOZHATOLDYA.COM